Have you wondered why Arnold Schwarzenegger, the 7-time Mr. Olympia champion and the greatest bodybuilder of all time, would criticize modern bodybuilding and call for changes? Despite his contributions to the sport, Arnold's recent words have drawn attention to the future of bodybuilding. In this video, we'll explore why Arnold believes that bodybuilding needs to find its sweet spot and how the current emphasis on sheer size over proportion and aesthetics is leading many people to question the direction that the sport is taking. Join us as we delve into the world of bodybuilding and discover Arnold's call to action for the sport to progress rather than regress. Arnold believes that the future of bodybuilding is at a crossroads, and the sport could either progress or regress. If bodybuilding is accepted by the general public and becomes an Olympic sport, it could experience significant growth and be on television. But if not, it could decline. Arnold's success in bodybuilding was not only due to his incredible physique and titles, but also because he made bodybuilding mainstream. Before Arnold, bodybuilding was often misunderstood and viewed as a freak show relegated to basements and garages. Gyms were seen as places where sweaty, semi-clad men lifted weights and flexed their muscles to mirrors. Arnold changed that perception by bringing bodybuilding into the mainstream, and he believes that the sport should continue to work towards finding its sweet spot to maintain its success. Arnold Schwarzenegger's impact on bodybuilding cannot be overstated. He revolutionized the sport by introducing a new image of gyms and bodybuilding to America and the world. With his intelligence, charisma, wit, humor, and dedication, he became a larger-than-life figure in the world of bodybuilding. It was not just his physique that was impressive, but his personality as well, which was exactly what the sport needed. Schwarzenegger's appearance in the movie documentary Pumping Iron helped to elevate bodybuilding to the mainstream. However, the sport's reputation is currently under threat, as it has become associated with steroid use and excessively muscular narcissistic individuals who are viewed by many as unappealing. While these bodybuilders are admirable for their dedication, hard work, and intelligence, their extreme muscularity often turns off the general public. Schwarzenegger recognizes the problems with the current state of bodybuilding and has criticized the judging of top bodybuilding events for rewarding athletes who appear disproportionate. He understands that many people fail to appreciate the immense scale and proportion of these bodybuilders, and that the current breed of mass monsters simply does not inspire people to follow in their footsteps. Ultimately, Schwarzenegger's impact on the sport remains undeniable, and the future of bodybuilding is uncertain as it struggles to overcome negative perceptions. Furthermore, not only are the 1940s, 1950s, and 1960s making a comeback as a subculture, but there's also room for a select few individuals to participate. In the 1970s, a lot of effort was put into changing the perception of bodybuilding and persuading people that it is a beautiful body. Bodybuilding used to place a significant focus on symmetry in addition to pure muscularity. However, at some point, the emphasis shifted, and now bodybuilders are often rated more on how big they are as opposed to how proportionate they are. In addition, the excessive use of performance-enhancing drugs caused their bellies to become disproportionately large, distended, and protruding. When you consider that the sport allowed this to take place, it's comical to see all the pictures of these incredibly bloated tummies. We believe that bodybuilding should place more emphasis on incredible physiques that are nearly perfect, and here we can see that there is significant room for improvement. When Arnold Schwarzenegger was younger, in the 1970s and before, bodybuilders had a more aesthetically pleasing appearance. They had impressive bodies that were muscular, powerful, athletic, and proportioned in all the right places. They were able to make the human body appear stunning, almost like a work of art or a sculpture depicting the ideal human figure. Arnold expressed it like this: "As a judge, I always ask myself the question, whose body do I want to have? In the end, that is the single most important factor." To be perfectly honest, I don't pay much attention to the professional bodybuilding scene for the same reason. Even if it were possible for me to achieve it, I would not desire to have the physique of a modern professional bodybuilder. They come across as ugly and out of proportion. The bodybuilders and the professional supporters of bodybuilding have made it to the next step. But now, just as people have been accustomed to the idea this is a beautiful physique, there has been a dramatic shift in the perception that the body is not as acceptable. When you look at the stage, you will notice that it is excessively large and enormous, and it does not have any talent supporting it. Many aspects of bodybuilding make it an entertaining and impressive performance. The flips, splits, posing, dynamics, and overall aesthetics can leave viewers amazed and wondering how these feats are accomplished. These performances can easily be marketed and sold on television. When it comes to the appearance of bodybuilders, it is clear that a more athletic and aesthetically pleasing physique is preferred. The body of a 1970s bodybuilder like Frank Zane is considered ideal, as it displays a beautiful and athletic build that looks better with each passing day. In contrast, the current trend of bodybuilding emphasizes sheer size over proportion and symmetry. Many people are starting to reject this trend, as the lack of proportion and aesthetics is unappealing. Arnold Schwarzenegger, a prominent figure in the world of bodybuilding, has pointed out the flaws in the current judging system. He believes that judges should consider more than just muscle size when evaluating bodybuilders. Aesthetics, symmetry, and overall beauty should also be taken into account. In particular, Arnold notes that the vacuum pose is a prime example of the kind of athletic and aesthetically pleasing pose that current bodybuilders struggle to perform. In conclusion, the world of bodybuilding is fascinating and impressive. However, the emphasis on sheer size over proportion and aesthetics is leading many people to question the direction that the sport is taking. Arnold Schwarzenegger's call for a more balanced judging system that takes into account aesthetics and beauty is a step in the right direction. Arnold said it best when he said, "We need to make sure that we are rewarding the right guys, because if you reward the right guys, then everyone will start training to have a beautiful body again, rather than to have a powerlifting body." Never a truer word was spoken. Arnold went even further, encouraging public action to be taken in fitness publications, on the internet, and in any form or media outlet imaginable to call out these guys to generate change. And then we will skyrocket to new heights. If you are familiar with the market for magazines, food supplements, and other products, you are aware of how much competition there is. I hope that we can reach the happy medium, because bodybuilding is such an exceptional hobby, and it also provides such extraordinary support. In the end, it will come down to exerting pressure to compel a change to the defective judging procedure that is currently in place. The judges need to establish criteria that will reward the types of physiques that the general public wishes to see. If the men who have large, distended stomachs and bodies that are abnormally proportioned quit placing in the top 10, they will have to get their act together very fast to keep their positions. The sport of bodybuilding may once again showcase figures that are visually remarkable, enticing, and inspire awe in the audience. When you listen to Arnold talk about a topic, you can sense the intensity of his feelings and the force of his convictions towards that topic. It's his legacy that's on the line, and even after all these years, he's still an advocate for bodybuilding and everything it stands for. And that's what's at stake here. Thank you for watching this video on Arnold Schwarzenegger and his thoughts on modern bodybuilding. As we've seen, Arnold's passion of the sport and its future has driven his call to action for the sport to work towards finding its sweet spot. He believes that bodybuilding should place more emphasis on incredible physiques that are nearly perfect, and the judges should consider more than just muscle size when evaluating bodybuilders. Arnold's impact on the world of bodybuilding cannot be overstated, and his legacy continues to inspire generations of fitness enthusiasts. We hope that this video has given you some valuable insight into the current state of bodybuilding and the need for the sport to evolve toward a more balanced and aesthetic approach. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more informative and entertaining content. Don't forget to leave your comments and questions down below, and we'll see you in the next video.